Virgo sun, Sagittarius, first quarter moon. It's my birthday today. Almost didn't make it. Just having some negotiations with myself this morning over my schedule. You know, how a Virgo would do. I was like, no, it's fine. I can keep sleeping. No, you're going live today this morning. Get up, get going, get moving. Almost missed your shot under this Sagittarius moon. Some people fired off early in the very waking hours of dawn. And some of us are just kind of waking up into it like, oh, right. All of that. Right. Three of Swords. But it was turned down, faced away. I don't know if that's a representation of ourselves as a collective being turned away from this potentially heartbreaking situation or thought process or pattern. But it's here nevertheless. Nonetheless, we are present. Saw that, huh? Yeah, it's chilly. It's a little cold. I probably could have layered a little better, but we here now. We showed up. We made it. Welcome. Yeah, okay. Intriguing. I hold 6. Who be you? Justice. The King of Pentacles is aiming down on justice. Angularly speaking. We have to look at things forwards, backwards, left ways, right ways, side to side, all of those places. Every angle. How much balance could we possibly call for? How many scales can we bring into this one boardroom? And how much are we trying to weigh and measure? I just heard somebody thinks that they have to pass judgment on all of the things that they're putting into these scales, and I just want to tell you, no, you don't. You actually don't. That's your lens. You have this, like, there's a person in the room who has a, like, one of those, it's not like a monocle, it's like a mini spyglass monocle kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about? Where they have a really big, long thing that they can like look at jewels and investigate very, very closely. So there's a person standing in the room who is like just looking in at everything that goes into their scales of balance, just meticulously looking for every last little flaw. Everything must be absolutely perfect or it's worthless. But there are also people in the room who have a childlike wonder, the kids under the table. There are also people in the room who are weighing and balancing in this boardroom, who are looking at things from a much higher perspective, from seeing it from down low, not really understanding what value truly is, gives the jewels and the gold that is being weighed even more value to these childlike eyes of wonder, because I don't know what I could get with that. I don't know what we're going to do with that, but it could be really cool. Just think of the possibilities of how cool it could actually be. Meanwhile, there's somebody like, no, there's something wrong with this, there's something wrong with that. And the situation itself, the boardroom itself, where all of these people have gathered to weigh and measure themselves, their relationships, their possessions, their things, that room itself sits upon the scales of justice, it sits upon God's scales while God weighs and judges you. while God weighs and judges us. Do you want God to be, who do you want God to be in your eyes, in your mind? Do you want God to be looking down at you? You a flaw right there. I see your flaw. Don't you think I don't see your flaw? That devalues you. And then there's somebody who's like, whoa, you can do this thing? That is so cool. I wonder what I could do. What could I do with that? Man, like everything just has so much potential. And then there's just the calm and even balance of the scales sitting in the room, like indifferent to the positivity, to the negativity, to whatever scope, lens that any person, being, spirit could possibly bring into this. Like, it's all just weight, kids. It's all just weight. It's how you carry it. Your joys, your excitements, your dreams and desires can carry just as much burden as your burdens, as your stresses. Yeah, there's some folks up in the live now. Wow. Okay. Yeah, and then there's people speaking absolute nonsense. I'm sorry, I speak word salad and I serve it with word soup and a side of breadsticks. So if you're gonna talk crazy, kids, you better talk real crazy, but it's gotta make sense. It's gotta go somewhere. We gotta be able to pick it up and take it to a place. Why did I just like visualize somebody cleaning up after their dog, the dog park? Because some people are just taking a poop in the grass right in front of us. Like, fuck? What the fuck was that? Why? What? And why? So the Six of Wands fell out, face down, and reversed. I take it and I turn it upright because that is my energy. That is my directive. The Six of Swords can move in any direction you so choose. It is your perspective. It is your ability to carry and temper your wills and desires that can actually change your direction, your motivations. Turn those scales. The tower. The tower. Okay. So, oh no, there will be a winner and there will be a loser. Okay. Cool. Okay. Cool. I am really like just not putting on lenses personally. And I think that is something that I need to like share, pass along with all of you tuning in Shadowland. Is to avoid those lenses, avoid those spectacles, those goggles. Anything you think is going to help you see or block your vision, like whatever it is that you're putting over your eyes right now, the wool, even. I'm just not a fan. I like my eyes to be clean. I'd like my eyes to be clear. I like my ability to see just fine. My vision is perfect. I don't require glasses. And your vision is perfect. You don't require glasses. Even if you physically wear glasses, not the physical representation, it is the understanding of what that means. That really matters. The Strength, the Lovers, the Four of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Hanged Man in reverse. From the point, perspective, and position of this Hanged Man, who cares not for the world's lenses, Strength, the Lovers, the Four of Wands, and the Page of Cups are all sitting upright to him. Because it's all about how you look at it. It's a topsy-turvy world, and we're here to turn it upside down again. We're here to move it. Change it, shift it. Working from underground will still bring this tower down. Whatever constructs have been built up on pain, if you keep holding your perspective, if you keep holding your gaze, and you don't change the way that you see love, friendship, gathering, your own strength and courage to uphold yourself the way that you want to be seen, the way that you want to be heard, the way that you want to live your life, your ability to focus in on what these things mean to you is what is going to help you to come to those determinations of the great weighing of the balance. So, boy, those early shots fired, I tell you, they sure did put me in a position of like weighing the balance. Do I speak? Do I bother speaking? Do my words mean anything here? Do I even entertain this? Do I even walk into this room? I don't think so. The resulting conclusion is always, I don't think so. No, thank you. I'm sorry, but I have my own vision and view, and that is the thing that we are holding in perspective and our perspective on. We have our own vision and view of what romance looks like, what true endearment, infatuation, twitterpation, that's the word I'm looking for. We know what that looks like to us. And if we're not experiencing it, you can't, like, no one else can come up into this and try to explain to us that we are feeling this deep about something. You know, you know for real if you feel that deep about something, or if somebody is just trying to convince you that you should. And that's why I would highly recommend isolation if you are in that point in position, because you should know how you feel and how you think about it. You should know how you feel about celebration. What is worth celebrating to you? What is worth having a party? What kind of a gathering? What kind of friends would you bring? Who's invited to this party and how are they dressed? And if they show up and they're not dressed appropriately, if they are not in the right attire, what will you do? If they come to your door and they look a complete trash mess, you want to just come into this party and like what? Hang out by the punch bowl? Did you even shower? Like, you kind of stink. What if people don't want to drink the punch because you're just standing there? I don't know. I think you should leave. I think maybe you should leave. This is my party after all, and maybe I just need better boundaries. And one of my requests was that you showered and cleaned up before you came to my party. So if you're gonna come here acting like that, you should go. You should probably go and think about it. Think about what you've done. Just think about what you've done. No, but for real though, like, you have to have those boundaries and the ability to say what is acceptable in your space and what is not. And I feel like the collective, our collective, we, you, I, us, we're learning that. We're learning how to do that, how to map it out, set up those boundaries. We are having a party. Yes, we want all of our friends to come. If one of our friends that we haven't seen in a long time shows up, a complete trash mess, maybe that's why you stopped talking to them in the first place. And if that's why you stopped talking to them in the first place, maybe you shouldn't open that door and let them in. Go with how you feel because you know what's right and what truly matches with you, and you need to hold that perspective. It's not about what other people tell you. Oh, that person would be perfect for you. Oh, that person would be perfect for you with you. You should do this. You should date this person. You should be friends with this person. Like, nobody knows you better than you, and you should have a good grasp on what it is that elementally works for you and alchemically works for you in partnerships, friendships, relationships of all and any kinds. because those are a focus, those are a highlight. We get by on the people around us, with the people around us. We help each other get by. So, whatever your team is whoever you surround yourself with. We know what we want. So, I feel like a lot of this stuff that we don't want is what's coming down. It's what's crumbling, it's what's falling, dropping. And we're just digging the hole from underneath that old king so that we can set the trap door and pull it and then just gonna poof and then we can swap. Do the swap switch. We hold our own perspective to what strength encourages, what upholding our boundaries looks like. We hold our own perspective. If somebody comes along and tells you that you need to be angry at this person, do you? Do you though? How do you deal with the situation? If somebody brings a situation to you, it is completely in your control. No matter what other outside influences. I just hear so many outside influences trying to tell collective what to think, feel, do, be, and I just want to scream at every last one of them like, just shut up. You don't know shit about collective. You don't know a damn thing about them. You don't know a thing. All you know is what you want out of them. So back off and let them gain their own perspective. That's me embodying this little lion that's taking your shadow, your dog, which I use dog, opposite of God, by the way. Your God, your dog need to be aligned and fighting for you and speaking on behalf of your dog, your shadow, your darker side. Oh, and rip their heads off for telling you what to think or what to do because you know, and I know you know. But you have to be your God and your dog. And you have to know you can't just go around ripping heads off because you wanna. You can't just go around tearing into people just because you feel threatened. We have those teeth, and if they approach in just such a way, oh, absolutely. We are ready and so excited to do it. Swear to God. Step to collective. I almost kind of dare you, but really warn you not to at the same time. Like, it's a dumb idea, but it's going to be funny for everybody else because what collective is holding is a golden lion. It is a truth that is going to, like, that could just destroy everything. But the grace of God is what holds that in. We're not here to annihilate our friends. We're not here to annihilate our foes. We are here to create our own space. We are here to set our own boundaries. And if they try to cross those boundaries, that's when the teeth come out. Till then, we are cordial. We are collected. We are collective in our own thoughts, in our own goals, in our own ambitions. We are who we are. Don't let anybody tell you different. Have the courageousness to be kind, even when something tries to challenge you. Even when something tries to challenge you, continue to project your kindness, to let your God rule, knowing all the while that you have your dog right here. And if it's needed, if it is necessary, that's what your dog is there for. That is what your shadow is there for, to protect your space, to protect your boundaries. When you use these things correctly, in the right time, in the right space, I vibe with your energy down there, friend. I understand. I feel it. I don't associate, I don't attach, I don't claim, but I feel it. I don't want nothing that's not right. We don't want nothing that's not right. So let's start picking up that sword, drawing our lines, and acting. Not out of pain, not out of hurry, We're not the ones injured here anymore. We've learned how to heal, we've learned how to grow. And as we weigh and measure, this is our determination of what is good and what is right for us. It's not for us to pass judgment on others and how they should live their lives any more than it is anybody else's business to come up in our space and tell us who we are, what we want, what we should be doing. And just because somebody acts in a certain way, that doesn't give us permission to act that way back. Golden rules, true, sure, fine, well and good, but it's not a license to kill. It's not a it's not a just watching you. I'm just watching you there, friend. Like I get you, I know you, I see you as but I see you. I get you, I know you, I see you, but I see you. Eyes. Just keeping eyes on things, not passing judgment, not really feeling, not really getting carried away with those feelings, not letting those feelings pull us into action, but being ready and prepared to act whenever necessary. Just hanging out. We're just waiting. It's coming. Whatever it is we're doing, it's all coming together. Keep your vision. Keep it clear. Keep it without weight or wonder. Attach those real eyes and realize what the situation is, for good and for bad, and be your own judgment, be your own justice, be your own determining factor in what comes down and what builds up. Let's move forward and wake up, warriors. Thanks for coming out, kids. Y'all have a fantastic moon. We'll see you next time.